All right, so this is what I. Okay, hopefully, whoever is watching my videos, um, you'll get the understanding of what I'm doing. Whenever I need to speak about something, I will just record it right away, and I'll put it in a compilation of a vlog compilation. Okay. Um, some people think that I'm more crazy than I actually really am. And that's people online, and it's even my own mom. But I didn't say that in a rude way. I have to raise my voice here because my microphone doesn't work very well after I released the emails between Thomas Schoenberger and myself. And my mom's probably watching. I know my mom watches my YouTube channel now. Finally, I waited so long for her to check out my videos. But it's like not even my friends would. They'll be like, "Yeah, man, I'll check it out later. Oh, check out this song." And like, no, man, I'm not sharing a link with you so that you can share a link with me so I can watch it, a song or something. I'm putting a lot of work. I'm putting my life and my heart, my life, into what I'm doing, which is creating vlogs, which I've been doing since I was 12 years old in 2004 or 2005. And you know, I'm expressing everything that's happened in my life, good and bad, and not so fortunate. You know, we can all do that, and we should. We should all. This is what I want to do. I want to get a whole lot of people together, working together, and not working together on uncovering the truth about whatever, but working together um, to actually uncover the truth of how we feel and who we are and connect with each other on a real level and look out for one another, have each other's backs. That's what I would be doing if I was a celebrity with a checkmarked profile, with a blue checkmark profile like on Instagram or Twitter. I'd be creating my own group, and I'd be getting people to come together um, to help this world somehow in a way that I want to contribute to helping it. I'd get other people to help me in doing so. And there's some people like Thomas Schoenberger that are doing that, but are doing that in a bad way. They want people to go along with the bad that they're doing. And a lot of people, too many people, say yes to the people that are doing bad. Think of it like this. There's like billions of people, but there's only 5 Power Rangers. Why? So, yeah, like my mom's seen a photo of me, the photo on my channel. I'm pretty sure it's on my, yeah, it is, on my YouTube channel where my hair's like all messy and everywhere. And she's like, "Zach, I hope you're not like that, like walking around like that." And I'm like, "Mom, I shouldn't be itching my balls right now." Anyway, I'm like, "Mom, I'm not always walking around with my hair like that. I just did that purposely for like an artistic reason to take a photo and put it up on my YouTube and my website. I don't walk around with my hair all crazy like that." Like, yeah, so I have this problem where people think I'm more crazy than I really actually am, and it makes me go like, what the fuck? Like, how do they actually perceive me? Do they perceive me like some handicapped autistic nutcase, because I'm not. I've went crazy, and it wasn't good. It was scary, and like even in jail, basically everyone there knew I was pretty normal. We knew right away who the people were that came on the range that were actually seriously crazy. But people like to throw around the crazy word so much, even in high school. It's crazy. But no, I'm not totally gone. Sometimes I wish I was, so that I would have no clue about where I am and what has happened to me and what I'm going through. But I've been able to deal, I've been able to work through what I'm going through and what I have been going through since 2020, literally 2019, but I didn't realize it at that point until 2020. Let me say this. And what happened to me from 2019 until 2020 was it was all very messed up. It all should not have happened. You know, like I shouldn't have put my nose into other people's business, um, who I that I know nothing about. But I did, and in doing so, I was a complete idiot because I had no clue about who was who and what was what for real. I just assumed and believed everything that I was being told by a person who was in contact with Isaac before he died, right at like the end of his life. And so I believed that guy just because he spoke with Isaac and knew him, and he told me that he was his friend, and that he wants to help Isaac too, but he also needs help because now they're after him. The Illuminati's after him now. He is part of the fucking Illuminati. And part of that I am cult. Where they talk like aliens on a big fucking mountain. And it's that's crazy, but no, like spirituality, it isn't crazy, but if you're going up on a fucking mountain like once a year, which is what they do, and they like communicate with aliens, um, I don't know. If we were to do that as kids, it would be make believe, or we'd be totally weird kids. But as an adult, I guess it's okay. No, it's still fucking weird. But and I know aliens exist, but why do you have to go to a fucking mountain? Pardon me for swearing. I don't mean to be rude. I just swear a lot. To do that. I literally have had contact with aliens in this apartment. Literally, I have been pulled into lucid dreams by one of them, who comes in the form of one of my favorite actresses, um, celebrities. And I'm really not kidding about that. Everyone, I'm not going crazy about regarding that. Everybody, when they lay down at night, just a sec, let me say this. Everybody, when they lay down at night and go to bed and fall asleep, they dream. And I said everyone, so that includes me too. With my individual situation of doing so, what happens when I sleep is sometimes these beings come to me, if not all the time, and I like it. I fucking love it. Poison Ivy, Uma Thurman as Poison Ivy, puts me in a state of pure bliss. And she knows that. And so does Catwoman. Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman, and Kimberly Hart from Power Rangers, the Pink Power Ranger. And they have literally, I swear on my heart, on my cat Tiny who died, on Kurt Cobain, that they have been pulling me into lucid dreams. Well, lucid dreams were more easier back then when I was 4 and up to about 7. But it's been happening since I was 4 years old. Those 3 characters, literally, I become conscious with, I hang out with, I lay down with, I do stuff with, I walk around with. And it makes me feel so good to have such beautiful women love me and care for me and comfort me, because I need that so much. And in 2020, I needed that so much. And luckily for me, but not luckily, but luckily, because it is a divine intervention that happened and is still occurring. It is still happening. Let me save this. So the confusion got too much. That skyrocketed. So did my anxiety, my fear, and my depression. And I started to reach states of despair. And I would pass out on my wooden floor. I'll show you the floor right now. And it was right here where I would, because my chair was usually right here. And it was around right here, as well as in the middle of here, where that table is, where I would be on the ground, not able to think anymore, because it was too much, everything that I had went through, that I realized how I realized everything truly was, and I hadn't realized that since the beginning, since 2019. It was too much, and it was too much of a serious situation. I haven't been a very serious person in my life. I like to joke around a lot and be an idiot. But in 2019, I definitely wanted to commit suicide. And I was writing my suicide note at the same time that I came across Isaac Cappy's second last video that is still up online, and that was on YouTube when I came across it. And this was about 2 days after, or 1 day after he had died, after he was murdered. I was 25 or 26 at the time. I'm pretty sure I was 25. And I was dating a 52-year-old named Tracy. Unfortunately, she died. We split up though, but she died shortly after, probably from a drug overdose, or maybe alcohol poisoning. She was an alcoholic. I met her in a park. She got kicked out of her place, and I felt sorry for her, and we bonded well. Our personalities were both free-spirited. And so we really got along most of the time. But when she would drink some beer, she would turn really stupid. And I'm sorry to say that about someone that has passed, but she's only left her third dimension body. She still has the same body, just in a different dimension. Anyway. Yeah, she had been drinking since she was 11 years old, before I was even born. And as soon as she took a drink of beer, it was like there was a totally new personality that appeared, like a demon. And you could even see it in her eyes. I hope I don't sound schizophrenic by saying that, but her eyes began to look like a freaking dragon, and like just the most evil. And she would turn into a really dumb kid. She basically turned back into her 11-year-old self as soon as she had a drink of alcohol, and she couldn't stop. She'd just keep drinking all freaking day, and I would do that with her because I wanted to drink as well, and I wasn't making the right decisions either before all this Isaac Cassie stuff in my life. Anyway, it got to a point of being too much. Everything regarding Isaac Happy that I got myself involved in, and someone took advantage of me wanting to be involved in the situation and misled me and deceived me and lied to me a lot, threatened me, wouldn't let me have even an hour to think to myself. We were constantly emailing or calling or texting, not texting, but calling and emailing, basically at least every half hour. But anyway, I am glad that I am where I'm at now. I'm in a good place now, mentally, spiritually, even physically, and it's all spirit. All right, so here I go. This is the Can You Hear Me Now podcast, and was created by me, and it will stay created by me because I'm the first one to create it. Zachary Brian McQuaid, and I am 30 years old. I was born April 30th, 1993, in Bowmanville, Ontario, Canada, in the Bowmanville Hospital. And I am here, in this dimension, to bring about awareness to so many people all around the world, from all around the world. And why? And what am I bringing awareness to? Well, why? Because I want bad, awful, evil stuff to not happen anymore, or at least decrease a lot in happening. And it's simple. People just have to not be afraid of very bad people that are very bad. If you cannot be afraid of them, you can get a lot done. And guess what? You probably already guessed it. I'm not afraid anymore. Nope. I spent too long being afraid of these people that like to cover up child sex trafficking and many other crimes, and continue to get away with so because they're very bad and they threaten people. And so people just don't want to get involved. Yeah, I know that child sex trafficking is happening and it's awful, but we shouldn't get involved. It's just really bad. You know, there's other things to focus on in life. What TV show do you like? I can't accept being told anything like that and just go on living a normal life anymore. I have seen very awful things. I have heard very awful things. Dreams from children that basically make your soul set on fire in a way in which you can't believe that you were born on this planet And as a kid, you had no freaking clue that very evil, awful stuff was happening all around you. And that basically, well, here we are. We were in a dimension of hell all along. There are different dimensions of hell that are even worse than here, believe it or not. But, and I've had experiences down there. And I never want to again. But this is another dimension of hell, the third dimension. And I say, why not have a hell of a time giving them hell? If they didn't abuse children and cover it up, then we wouldn't. We wouldn't just go up to some random person and start giving them hell. Well, some celebrities do. That like to antagonize people so that they can remain popular because of people's reactions to them. That's pathetic as well. And I had a very big problem with so many celebrities who have, who have millions of followers, at least 1 million of followers on Instagram. And what did they do? What did they share with that many people? They share what kind of fucking toothbrush they own. What toothbrush do you own? Oh, I own this. Oh, wow, sweet. Thank you for telling me, and thank you for actually replying to me. I'm going to get it. Awesome, dude. You know, if that's the way it's going to be with many celebrities, I don't think I want to talk to any celebrities. And guess what? Because of my probation order, well, you know what it says on the paper? I'll say one thing it says, and I'm, yeah. Do not communicate with any celebrity or any person in the public eye through social media. That's on my probation order, so, yeah. Now, I reached out to so many celebrities because I admired, and because I wanted them to use their influence in another really good way to really help people. But none of them want to. They use their social media accounts for very selfish, egotistical reasons. You can call it work, you can call it business, but they got there because of their ego and because of their pure focus on themselves and where they wanted to go, which is a good thing, but it can become a bad thing if you're just constantly focusing on your own self and your own attention and what people are saying about you. And if you being an attention whore, a media whore, it's not that great. Like, when you see celebrities that you really admire doing things to stand out in the world, things that harm them and others, it doesn't feel great whatsoever. You don't like that. Why? Because you care about them and you're a decent person. You wish that most of the people that they do have around them weren't around them. No, not everyone, but most people, like the people that they work with, that are okay with them abusing themselves and other people, and that call it business or maintaining their image. If maintaining your image involves abusing yourself and other people, then you should find a different way to maintain your image. And maybe you should have a better image then. That way you don't have to keep abusing yourself and other people, and it doesn't have to seem like it's something that you have to normally just do. I wish that the people that I love and respect the most that are famous would respect and love themselves just as much. Because if they did, they would be amazing, more amazing. And if they could stop handing their power over, stop handing their power over into the hands of other people to manage it and to direct it, if they could stop doing that, I would be so happy, because they'd be regaining themselves. They'd be taking control of their own lives, of their own fame, of everything that comes with their life. And I wish that they were. I wish that there weren't people controlling them, telling them what to do and what not to do, and who to talk to, who not to talk to. Let the fucking person be a fucking person. They are only a celebrity when they're on a movie or on a stage. When they're not, they should be viewed and treated just like me and just like you and just like anyone around you and me are treated. They should not get special privileges just because they're a known face. And if they are getting special privileges, well, it shouldn't be anything like getting away with things that are illegal. And I wish they would really respect themselves all around so. Not just respect themselves here and there, and then go back on that progress by disrespecting themselves and others there, and then going back to respect themselves here, and then again, going back over there to disrespect themselves and other people again, because they have to keep doing that to maintain their image. That is retarded. You should stop abusing yourself, stop abusing other people, use your influence in a very great, noble way, and actually be admired for doing a lot of good in this world by, not just acting or music, but by taking action, like even Ashton Kutcher is doing, in helping bring awareness to some very awful stuff. Anything awful in this world that's very awful, that needs to be addressed and stopped. Doing so is more important than what kind of toothbrush you use. That is pointless information. And it does not help the world. Okay, it helps people's teeth. Well, they could have just gotten different toothbrush as well, and it would have done the same shit. It's like being famous and being stuck under a label and stuck under an image makes it to where you can't grow. You can't grow as a person, and even if you do, you're going to fall back on that progress, because you have to go back out there or back on stage or back wherever and maintain that act that people want to see, that is shocking and mean and rude, but people find it funny. People find it cool. Because no one's really doing that, so you really stick out. Yeah, not many people want to use the fucking shit out of themselves. I'd rather not be famous and be able to direct my own mind and my own life who I can talk to, who I can't talk to, where I can go, where I can't go. I just want to do what I want to do. And so yeah, I've always wanted to be famous since I can remember. I can literally remember at least 7 years old wanting to be famous. And I wanted to be an actor. I wanted to continue acting. I wanted to actually do acting, actually have lines. But that didn't turn out for me yet. In um, in 2012, I emailed ACTRA again, the acting agency here in Toronto, and I sent them basically a resume of one thing that I've done in the past, and showed them a photo of me now, back then, and they were willing to work with me again. I could have had everything updated and in motion. So you know what I did? Instead of going to the office of ACTRA, I said to myself, I'm going to keep exercising every day, because I was exercising every day and waking up at like 5 to 6 in the morning and jogging to the CN Tower and then back to my place. And sometimes I'd be out for like 3 to 4 hours, and then I'd go out again later in the evening and jog again. And yeah, I said to myself, I'm not going to go to that office, to the acting agency's office, until I'm really skinny, until basically there's no fat left on my cheeks, because I'm not going to feel confident. Sorry, my camera ran out of film. I like saying it like that because I'm using an old like VHS camera. It's an app. I paid $20 for it, but it's really cool. Anyway, yeah, I wasn't going to go back to that office of the acting agency until there was no fat left on my face. I wanted massive cheekbones, like really skinny, like a really skinny face and my cheekbones sticking out, like I see in many of the actresses in TV shows and in movies that I really admired. I'm like, I want to look like that. And then everyone will like me. Everyone will want to talk to me. And so yeah, I basically starved myself. I ate absolutely nothing with salt. And basically, I didn't really eat anything at all. And I kept jogging for hours. But I would mix in walking with the jogging, of course. And I kept doing that over and over and over again. It's like, I'm not going there until I look completely fucking perfect. And then I will. But it never happened. Because that same year, I was riding my bicycle, and I was hit by a car. Sorry. I was hit by a car on my bicycle, and I was told by the police officer sometime after that I was really hit hard, and I flipped twice in the air really high before landing again on my head. And that's when I had my near-death experience, right in that moment. And it was awesome because I felt so much unconditional love that I didn't want to come back here to this dimension of very low frequencies where no one really cares about people. And the people that do care about people are rare. But even them, you know, everyone's just really looking out for themselves. Whether I want that to be or not. But it's a good thing, but people should really put more initiative into helping other people. And not because they're being paid to or told to. but because it's in their heart to do so. Okay? And it's in my heart to do so. And it has been since I was 7. And before. But I really remember the age of 7. I remember some of the age of 4 too. Actually, I remember a lot from then too. Because traumatic things happened to me back then. And yeah, it really affected my anxiety levels since I was 4 years old, all the way up into high school and still currently. I don't really like males, and that's not, I'm not being mean to anyone. I have many reasons. I once went a whole year without speaking to one male. There was even a guy in my apartment lobby who has an apartment in the same building back then. And he said hi to me, and I just walked by him like I didn't even hear him. And that's what I would do to anyone that was a male. Because I did not want to speak with any male at all. I didn't even want them looking at me. I wanted to wear sunglasses so that they couldn't actually look at my real eyes. I even started wearing gloves. Literally, there's like spandex gloves that you can get at Shoppers Drug Mart. Because I didn't want to touch anything that ran out of film again. Alright, so yeah. Oh, I gotta charge my phone. There you go. Okay. So yeah, I didn't want to touch anything that a male possibly touched. Like a railing, or a wall, or any object at all. Because I had a lot of messed up stuff happen to me regarding males since I was 4 years old that I can remember. Maybe it was at 3 years old too. I don't know. And before, I don't know. But I do remember it being since I was 4 years old. And it happened to be many situations since then with males. And so, even when I was younger, 7, I would always, and younger, I would always really stick to my sister, my older sister, Michelle. And she is who made me feel safe. Her and my mom, of course. And my sister was a lesbian. And yeah, I really got along with her and her girlfriends. And then when she was sorry, when she didn't want to be a lesbian anymore, she had a guy over, and I remember that. I was 11 or 10, and it felt extremely awkward. I just felt abuse again. Like, oh, you think, here's a male, and they're, before I know it, they're going to be controlling that person, my sister, and getting their way. And basically, I don't know, I was just scared of males. Scared of them. Am I now? No. But I don't really like speaking to them. I don't like touching them. I don't like them touching me. I have a very big problem with that. And now I need more help, which I am getting, but I need more help because of things that happened to me when I went away to jail recently. I'm not someone that's crying wolf, making something up. Oh, this happened to me, feel sorry for me. No, don't feel sorry for me. But could you help me get my message across to the world? That very awful things are happening online that are coordinated by terrorists, and they're playing games to make it look like they're against certain people and for certain people so that they can do very awful, sneaky, evil stuff. As well, they straight up threaten people and kill people and cover up child sex trafficking and are involved in it. All of that, and especially the names of who those people are, and a lot of them are in Jeffrey Epstein's Black Book, but another one of them is Thomas Schoenberger. And these names and everyone's story, the real true story that comes with these people, needs to be heard. Fucking needs to be heard by so many people, so that all of us can work together in stopping these nefarious individuals that all network together and not allow them to just be able to continue to do bad stuff and get away with doing so. And if anyone here gets threatened, I've been threatened. Don't be afraid. I was afraid. That even was part of the reasons too why I was falling down on my floor and blacking out. But you gotta not be afraid. Your heart has to be way more stronger than your fear. Your love has to be so much stronger. And guess what? Love is stronger, but you have to hold on to it and express it. You have to use it. You can't just keep it inside of you and not let it out, not live by it. And many people are not living with heart. They're just living as a stinky fart. Now, I don't mean to be ridiculous. I just like rhyming, and it's true. Isaac Cappy and what happened to him matters a lot. And honestly, it matters a lot more than many of my friends and family think, because they haven't really looked up Isaac Cappy. That's why. And I wish they did, but at the same time, I as well don't want them to, because living with heart, you don't really want the people that you love to know such awful shit and to be stressed out about it themselves as well. But at the same time, you know that something needs to be done to stop it. I do. And I know a lot of you listening do as well. Some of you listening don't. Some of you listening are making very bad choices. I said earlier to someone, like, there's not good people or bad people. There's just bad choices and good choices. But if you make enough bad choices and you keep doing that, I guess you become a bad person. But it's never too late to change yourself in very positive ways for goodness sake. And that's what you should do. You yourself, anyone listening, that's not for Isaac Cappy and getting all this crime to be known so it can be stopped. those who aren't, you should stop being afraid as well of the people that you network with that would threaten you as well if you just didn't want to communicate and help them anymore with what you've been helping them with all along for many years and are a big piece of the puzzle uh, to be able to do that for them and you as a network of nefarious individuals. Be so nefarious then that the other nefarious people don't want to be around you. And then you can just stay inside or, go outside, start living a life that does not involve abuse. And that's to so many people, even so many celebrities. Stop abusing yourself and other people to remain popular in this world. Go out and do something very worthwhile that is helping this world in a great positive way, again, for goodness sake. And then you can be admired, and then you can be genuinely admired for your own heart, because you would be doing so out of your own heart. And you would be congratulated and thanked for doing so. You would become very special in so many people's eyes. I am not kidding. I hope that more and more people, more celebrities with millions of people or at least 1 million people following them, start to smarten up, direct their own lives, take back their power, and do what they want with their power. Manage their power themselves, rather than hand it over to people that are billionaires or above them in any way whatsoever, or in a position to. Okay, the famous people, speaking back when I was 12 years old, the famous people are the coolest people on earth. They're the people that are themselves and aren't afraid to be. That's why they stand out. And because they have talent. At 12 years old, I wouldn't say, famous people are really cool because they abuse themselves and other people in ways sometimes that are very awful and nasty and trashy. And it's because they're so cool that they do that. Oh, and they hand their power over to other people so that other people can direct that really cool person and their really cool life. It's not really cool to have somebody else take your power from you and manage it for you. You become a sucker that way. And so, I just want to end this by saying, I wish, and I said this before, but I'm going to say it again. I wish that the people that I had, the famous people, the celebrities that I have the most love and respect for, start to feel as much love and respect as I have for them, themselves, for themselves, and not in an egocentric, selfish way, but in a way in which, I need to do good, because there's people that actually care about me and want to see me actually do good, and not just once in a while do good, but all the time. They actually want me to be an all-around great person. And those are the people, famous people, that you should be listening to. People that love you, that want you to respect yourself and love yourself all the time. Not just here and there, and then split yourself off from doing so to be trashy and nasty and abuse yourself and others, and then go right back to respecting yourself and other people again. Stop confusing people, stop confusing yourself, and stop handing your power over to other people to manage. Manage your power yourself. Manage your life yourself. You are supposed to be, if you're famous, one of the coolest people on earth. One of the most interesting and cool. So, fucking rock that. Don't trash it. Rock it. Take full advantage out of how far you've come. Don't let other people take full advantage of it. Stop doing that, please. Whether it's for money or for any reason at all. Please be an all-around great person that respects yourself and respects others. And if you can't be, at least try. At least try. And at least keep trying. And don't give up. Because I love all of you. But many people need to stop making bad choices. And they need to start making good choices. Healthy choices. Alright? Positive choices. For goodness sake. Not positive to do bad. Positive for goodness sake. Anyhow, amen. God bless you all. God bless me. And have a great weekend. Stay safe and be smart. Be your own hero. And actually, I want to say more, but I am going to save this just in case it runs out and doesn't save. I have some friends that were also working with ACTA and have been in TV shows back in the 90s and early 2000s. And then, nothing. But their lifestyle is so different compared to an A-list celebrity. A B-list celebrity is what you could call them. Yeah, and so, I'm not even B. I'm Z. But, enough of me. My friends that did some acting when they were younger. Yeah, it's so different than an A-list celebrity's life. And you can even tell just by going online and going to a profile on any social media account of any celebrity you want, any A-list celebrity. And then look at a B-list celebrity's Facebook, Instagram, etc. They are more down to earth. And they don't have really egotistical pricks controlling so much of what they do online as well as offline. And I really respect my friend Becky. She's a nurse now at St. Mary's in Ottawa. But she was also on Goosebumps back in the day, in the 90s. The episode Stay Out of the Basement and How I Got My Shrunken Head. And she was in a movie with Ryan Gosling when they were kids, like 15 years old. A Frankenstein movie. I forget what it's called. But it was good. And, man, they don't brag about that stuff. In fact, my friend Mike, who is also on Goosebumps, and Fly Away Home with Jeff Daniels, It Takes Two with Mary-Kate and Ashley, The Santa Claus, Tim Allen, and many more. I just don't remember. I'm sorry, but he didn't even tell people that he did acting as a kid. if they happen to look him up, they found that out. He didn't advertise it. He didn't brag about it. And guess what? I don't know if he has, or Becky probably has, but when they donate to charity, unlike an A-list celebrity, they don't post it to their profile and say, I donated. They don't have to try to look good, and they don't try to look good. They just are good. They're down to earth. They're real. They're not an attention whore. And they don't like handing their own power over to other people to manage it for them. And God bless them. Amen for that. Many A-list celebrities should look at the B-list celebrities and take note, because they're actually doing things right. This whole world, like when you walk out on the sidewalk, that's not a red carpet. That's not a stage. A stage is inside a building or outside, but it's a stage. You are equal to me and anyone else listening to this who is not famous or hasn't been on any TV show or commercial at all. And I wish the people that were famous, A-list famous, would realize that. And if they do, well, I wish they would at least live like they realize that. People are making victims out of themselves in so many ways. It's absolutely sad. It's ridiculous. And it's depressing. Anyway, I'm going to start a group petition. I've got the group already. I've got a suicide prevention group on Facebook. It's called Can You Hear Me Now? And with that, I'm going far. I promise. And I'm also going to start a petition, and I will make another video on the details all about that. And I still have to make another video on lucid dreaming techniques, which I will do as well. All right. Yeah. What I'm going to do, what I'm trying to do, is get as many people as I can together that want to be a part of a solution, for goodness sake, against very awful stuff, and don't want to cower to it and allow it to continue to happen, and then just go about living life thinking you're the shit and that you're doing everything right. Let's actually do things that are right. You want to? I do. I am. Hopefully more and more people join me and spread my videos, because my story, as well as Savannah's and Jesse's and many other people's, all of their stories, all of our stories, really need to get out there so that really bad stuff can really stop happening. And then we can go about and, and A-list celebrities can help. That'd be great. And then they can go out and walk about like they're the most important shit in the whole fucking world. And they're not, but they're doing more to genuinely earn so much admiration from people that they've never seen before, and that have never actually seen them in person before, or had any kind of experience with them. You earn the attention from doing things on TV. Now, earn the attention because of doing things off of TV and offline that are actually helping, and don't boast about it. Spread the word, but don't boast about it and try to make people see you as an all-around great person that you're not. Actually become that all-around great person, and let's rock this existence rather than cower away and let evil people continue to rule us because we don't have enough balls to say fuck you and go our own great way. Let's go our own great way, and let's all individually do that together.